Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today I'm gonna show you my commander guide about Bard the Dragon Slayer. As always, I wanna remember you, I made this guide in collaboration with the Gore community on Discord. If you're interested on see this Discord, you can find the link on the description of every single commander guide. First, let's start with the guide. I wanna ask you also to smash like on the video and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. That is the best way for help me to grow and reach more people. Bard is a commander of the good faction who roles is inflict physical damage and also reduce the physical damage inflicted by the enemy commander. In a meta dominated by commander like Dane, damage dealer commander, a commander can reduce that skill damage, can have a place on a formation. Talking about the skill, Bard have 23 points at respect 5. The first 10 you're gonna place on Descendant of Kirion for deal 90% physical damage to 4 enemy formation in the round 3, 6 and 9, and also reduce the damage dealt of all the enemy commander by 10% for 1 round. The damage reduction gonna be also increased by the Bard attack for a maximum of 19-20%. The skill also have the effect Pursuit, so cannot be evade. Then you're gonna place 5 points on Bowman to inflict 125% physical damage to an enemy formation in the round 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and also apply the bleed effect for deal 20% damage 4 times every time the formation get hit. Additionally, the target hit by that skill gonna reduce the skill damage dealt for 1 round by 20%, and also this value is modified by the attack of Bard. Finally, you're gonna place 8 points on Dragon Shooter to inflict 400% physical damage on 2 enemy formation in the round 3, 6 and 9, but your commander will not be able to attack anymore after round 3. In addition, the target hit by this skill immediately receive all the damage of the bleed stack they have for a maximum of 3 stack. At respect 5, Bard already have all the skill for be a perfect support, cause it's 20% damage mitigation from Descendant of Kirion, no one can dodge that and apply on all the commander. Also you have more than 20% from the Bowman for reducing the skill damage of 1 commander. You have the bleed, but you miss a bit of DPS cause you still need to max 2 skill of DPS. At respect 10, Bard gain 3 skill point and place 2 on Dragon Shooter to maximize the physical damage to 500% and also have 20% chance to inflict madness on the target for 1 round, and then place the last point on the Bowman for just increase the physical damage dealt to 150%. If you choose to max Bard, you're gonna place 4 more points on Bowman to maximize the physical damage dealt to 250%. That's gonna decrease also the defense of the target by 10 for 1 round, and at this point you reach the hard cap of Bard where you maximize your damage dealt. If you are at this level, you're gonna be also a decent secondary DPS. Never Bard gonna be the main DPS even if you are maxed, and if you have all the equipment perfect, you're never gonna be the top 1 DPS of your team. Don't go over this respect, for me is a waste of point and respect, cause you don't gonna gain a lot. But if you still decide to go and place 3 points of King of Tail at maximum respect, you're gonna increase the attack of Man and Dwarf by 9 on this formation, and also you're gonna gain 9% chance to deal the maximum damage. If we talk about the equipment, what we want on Bard is for sure damage and attack. The attack is more important on Bard than in the other DPS commander, cause also the skill for super scale with attack on them, making the attack statistic very strong. On weapon, the best in slot is the Axe of Khazad-dûm, which provide 14-30 of damage and also 38 of attack. Alternatively, you can use the Black Bow, which provide 12-29 of damage and 39 of attack. As free-to-play choice, you can go with the Blazing Tongue for have 12-30 of damage and also 27 of attack, which is lower than the previously 2, but you can have for free in a seasonal shop this item, so you have more chance to to refine that. At epic level, the best choice is the Battle Axe, which provide 10, 14 of damage and 18 of attack. The best armor is the Berserker's Raiment, which provide 24 of attack and 6 of initiative, very useful for attack and apply the debuff first then your enemy. At epic level, what I suggest is use the Scale Mail, which provide 15 of attack, or Scout Mail for 12 of attack and 3 of initiative. General, what I suggest also for the chest at epic level, if you don't have a good chest with the correct set effect, focus first on close the set effect, you're gonna benefit more. Talking about the helmet, the best in slot is the Casque of Pride, which provide 48 of attack. Alternative, you can use Berserker Gaze, which provide 27 of attack, but it's suggested use that only if you are a very Kraken and you have a lot of golden item, otherwise don't waste your golden stuff. At epic level, what I suggest is the Full Helm, which provide 18 of attack and is an excellent start. For the accessory, what you want on Bard is the Palantir of Ortank, which provide 10 of damage and 48 of attack. In alternative, you can use the Drums of Barad-dûr, which provide 610 of damage and also 36 of attack. I absolutely don't suggest to run the Fine Smoking Pipe and the Signal of the Borovs, because like I said, the attack statistic on Bard is fundamental, more than what you want on the normal DPS commander. So instead of running other yellow accessory, you won't run at epic level the Bone Talisman, which provide 18 of attack. Talking about the set effect, the best in slot is absolutely the Sharp Blade that provide 20 of attack, that scale not only for the damage but also for the debuff. In alternative, you can use Might for increase the physical damage dealt by your commander. You can also use the Perseverance that gonna increase the damage over time. Lastly, you can use the Divide and Conquer, will allow you to resist a little bit longer and apply your debuff longer, because you're gonna receive minus 2% damage each round. Talking about the relic, the Black Arrow is statistically talking in the average, because provide attack point and that is good, but nothing relevant you really won't invest on it. And if we talk about the bonus effect, Fatal Weakness grants from round 6 onward the possibility to the commander to ignore 36% of the defense of the enemy hit. Again, it's useful but it's not fundamental and is not what you want to invest. So my advice is just, if you wanna run Bard, don't run the unique, even don't unlock the unique. It's not fundamental, you don't need it, and it's better use your Mithril for refined item for the main DPS or for other relic, very important. Talking about the troop, what I feel to suggest is just run the tankiest unit possible. You won't have HP, defense and damage reduction higher as possible because you want to survive. My recommendation is use the Guardian, a small unit of the dwarf with high amount of HP, high amount of defense and also a skilled shielding for have 50% chance to reducing the physical damage by 10%, or you want for survive. You can run other tanky unit, there's no problem with that, but also the Guardian are really cheap, so for a long ward are very strong. Talking about the potential synergy, we can talk about Sauron. With the skill the enemy gonna reduce the attack and the focus of the enemy. Bard already reduced the damage dealt from the commander, so the combination of these two commanders gonna be very strong. You can also choose to run the Mar of Sauron with Bard if you're not RP. The Mar of Sauron with the skill Messenger gonna reduce the basic attack of the enemy commander by 50% for 5 rounds. Also with the Harbinger of Darkness gonna reduce the attack of 3 enemy formation by 25. If you add to this the fact Bard gonna reduce the normal damage and the skill damage, the enemy commander probably don't gonna do damage in the first part of the battle. For last, I wanna talk about Gandalf the White, cause with the skill White Council gonna protect the formation for the first 7 hit, reducing the damage received, and with the skill White Rider gonna increase the damage dealt by Bard and with the other DPS. The commander that counter Bard are commander like the Shadow and the Undying that don't do particular skill damage but focus on a lot of basic attack and multiple target, and in particular Bard reduce the damage dealt in round 3, 6 and 9. For this reason, that commander dealing damage all the round and constantly are very strong versus Bard, because because you're gonna reduce only a little the damage of them. Also, Skullhelm is really hard to fight for Bard because gonna have 2 of 3 skill apply first and battle start, so the damage reduction of Bard gonna be completely ignored. And also Skullhelm is really fast, so probably gonna active the Dark Ranger, the only skill used during the battle first, and the damage reduction of Bard. For last I wanna talk about Chestaro, and for the same reason of the other commander, gonna have ring rate apply first and the battle start, so ignore the damage reduction. Gonna have damage every round, so don't gonna suffer a lot from the big damage reduction on round 3, 6 and 9. And also the only skill with the activation, the Spell Seeker, gonna active in round 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, so only one time gonna be reduced by the Bard skill. Overall, what I can say about Bard is for sure is not a primary commander you want like first commander, second commander in your formation, but can be the number 4 of a formation that won't counter commander like Dane, for example, the meta super commander. Is not an S plus tier, is not even an S tier commander right now. In my opinion, is around A tier, so you can use that like 4th commander, like I said. There's commander better than them, but is not so bad because have damage reduction, so can be an hybrid super DPS and can help a lot your team. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for a future content. Let me know in the comment what you think about Bard in general. I wanna for real know your opinion and if you have tried it. Like always, I wanna remember you my link of affiliation with the game. If you're gonna buy gem with that from the official site of the game, you're gonna have a discount, and also devs gonna recognize me a little commission on what you spend. You're gonna find the link on the description and in the first comment of this video. Like always, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!